Hello, this is Genesis 1 6. And I don't know, there might be not that many commentaries. A little bit not reading the whole thing. And anyway, I might do it for this video. Anyway, I'm just gonna read it down. And God, oh yeah, New International Version. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate the water from water." Yeah. Then God said, "Let there be a separate." Oh, yeah, New Living Translation gives way more detail. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." English Standard Version. And God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." Berean Standard Study Bible. And God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate the waters from the waters." Let it, and don't let it. It's just King James. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." New King James just has quotation marks, and so does New American Standard. Two NASBs are practically the same. Amplified. And God said, "Let there be an expanse of the sky in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters below the expanse from the waters above the expanse." Thank you, Amplified. Christian Standard Bible. Then God said, "Let there be expanse between the waters, separating water from water." A lot of these say the exact same thing. God, American Standard. And God said, "Let there be a firmament between the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Aramaic Bible in plain English. And God said, "The sky shall be in the middle of the waters, and will be separating between the waters unto the waters." Okay, sure. Oh, contemporary English version. God said, "I command a dome to separate the water above it from the water below it." International Standard Version. "Let there be a canopy between bodies of water, separating bodies of water from bodies of water." Okay, expanse for literal standard. A lot of these say the same thing, different words than Young's literal translation. Just for one more. And God saith, "Let an expanse be in the midst of the waters, and let it be separating between waters and waters." And those are something to translate. Now, a firmament. The word firmament is actually, this is where debate comes in for flat earthers. Oh, but let's see, Inspiring Philosophy did a video debunking flat earth. Mike Weiner did a video debunking flat earth. Answers in Genesis has an article debunking flat earth. I think this YouTube channel is a little crazy, but it's called Black Bible Pod, Blackbot, or something like that. I don't remember. He did a video debunking flat earth. Cultish, the interview with Mike Weiner debunking flat earth, and an article specifically on Joshua's sun stopping event, where the sun stopped and the moon stopped. You probably could, even non-evidential Christian channels. Like, there's a channel called Spike Vipers. Anyway, does the Bible teach flat Earth? No. Is it a salvation issue? Not really, but anyway, here's what Ellicott thinks a firmament means. This is the Latin translation of the Greek word used by the translators of the Septuagint version. For undubitated it means something solid, and such was the idea of the Greeks, probably also of the Hebrews, and such it appeared. There is in the poetry of the Bible, where it described as a mighty vault, a molten glass, and he gets that from Job 37 verse 18, upheld by the mountains as pillars, Job 26:11 and Samuel 22 verse 8, and having doors and latches through which the deity pours forth abundance, Genesis chapter 7 verse 11, Psalm chapter 78 verse 23. Even in this hymn of creation we have poetry, but no expanse for as vivid metaphors, but in the sober and thoughtful language. Here therefore the word rendered firmament means expanse. If, as geologists tell us, the Earth is at this stage was an incandescent mass, this expanse would be the ring of equilibrium, where the heat supplied from below was exactly equal to that given off by radiation into the cold ether above, and gradually this would sink lower and lower until finally reaching the surface of the Earth. And at this point, the work of the second day would be complete. So, if you have any idea what that just meant, good. If you don't, so there's this geological idea that during some point in Earth's early history, there was no water on Earth. All Earth was like this lavaceous place, and then sometime rain just started pouring down and pouring. I think this is what Ellicott's trying to get at. That theory? Anyway. Day 2. The work of this day consists in the formation of that immense gargantuous ocean called the atmosphere. Interesting. Yes, it's the creation of the... Yes, by which the earth is encircled, and God said, "Let there be a firmament." Raka, and explain, from raka, to beat out, and Greek, so, firmament. In the midst of the waters, to affirm what Knobel, Greenus, and others that the Hebrews supposed that the atmospheric heavens to be a metallic substance. Exodus 24:10. A vault fixed on the two water flood which surrounds the earth. Proverbs 8:27. Firm as a molten looking glass. The same Job said. Borne by the highest mountains, which are therefore called the pillars and foundations of heaven, and having doors and windows, is to confound particular metaphor with literal purpose, optical and phenomenal language with the strict scientific statement. The Vulgate and English translation of Raka may convey the idea of solidity, though it is doubtful if that's literally Greek and I have no idea how to read Greek, does not signify that which makes firm as well as that which is made firm. This is referring to the well-known scientific fact that the atmosphere is weighed upon by its weight upon the waters of the sea, keeps them down. Okay, this guy may be old. Before the theory of gravity existed. And by its pressure against our bodies keeps them up. But it is certainly not solid, but expansive is the idea represented by the word. Okay. Hello, you're still there? Oh, it doesn't. Just a minute. What? Pulpit. Oh, it's not giving me who this guy is. Fine. Who is this guy? What? Oh, well. Pulpit commentary. Okay, the pulpit commentary. The pulpit commentary is a homiletic commentary of the Bible created during the 19th century under the direction of Reverend Joseph S. Exkill and Henry Donald Massachin Sylvester Jones. Okay, it's written in the 19th century. That's why some of it may sound a little weird on its scientific data. Anyway, and God, Elohim, said to her to say, let there be fallout, and expanse, literally, the fragrant, visible arch of the sky. Oh, also, if you go to like Wikipedia's like flower, the fragment section, it literally will link you to the. It will reference answers in Genesis, or at least it did last time I checked. Between, the center or bisection, water juice, urine, special guy stuff. 2, to fall out, to come to pass, become to be, separate, to divide, separate. The waters, same thing, from the waters, same thing. You know what? Just a minute. Firmament, heaven, sky, especially regarded a tangible thing. Yes. The ancient Hebrews, like all ancient peoples of the Near East, believed the sky was a solid dome with the sun, moon, planets, and stars embedded on it. Around the 4th to 3rd centuries BCE, Greeks, under the influence of Aristotle, who argued that the heavens must be perfect. I mean, they get the job done, so. and that a sphere was the perfect geometrical figure. Exchange this for a spherical Earth surrounded by solid spheres. That's really why. This is actually true. But yes, the ancient Hebrews thought the Earth was flattish or in some way like that. But it was in the 4th and 3rd century where it was thought as round. And this became the dominant model for classical and medieval in the classical and medieval worldview. So no one was put in jail or killed for saying the Earth wasn't flat. Columbus then set sail to prove the Earth wasn't flat. Those are all myths. Yes. Because why didn't God just say so? Because he didn't. Why? He had far more important things to do than explain to the Jews, who just left Egypt, who fled from slavery. The cosmology of the sky. No, you just left Egypt and left slavery. Here, it's time for an astronomy lesson. No, the Bible doesn't teach a flat earth. Again, Inspiring Philosophy, Mike Weiner, Cultish, so many other sources, even answers in Genesis. Yes. Says no, this has nothing to do with a flat earth. This is not what the word means. You're reading into it. Just take the Bible for its ancient cultural context, which is kind of thing. But yes, in classical medieval model of heavenly spheres. Oh yeah, you can see a little. This is what most biblical flat earthers think the Earth looks like. Oh yeah, I also heard this one flat earther claiming there's more atheists who believe the Earth is flat than Christians. Therefore, Christians should believe the Earth is flat. Dude, there's more atheists who believe God doesn't exist than Christians. What does that have to do with the Earth being flat? I don't even know if that's true. But yes, this is what not what the Flat Earth Society believes. No, they're a bunch of crazy people. This is what someone who's a Christian Flat Earther would think the Earth looks like. We see the upper seals, chambers of heaven. Yes. Waters above the firmament, upper seals, or in the chambers of heaven here. Everything's back here. Raka or firmament, moon, stars, sun, windows, portals, mountains, earth, seal, it's like a cave, pillars of the earth, the great deep. So this is what the Christian idea, or what Christian flat earthers think the earth looks like. which is still not accurate at all, because we know the earth is indeed round. Yes, that is Genesis 1, 2. That is all. This YouTubers don't pick this as a thumbnail, and people don't think this is a flat Earth video. You know what? That probably doesn't get more people to click on it. Sure. Yay. And watch you all the way through. Go watch my other stuff. I don't know, me reading through the Bible or something. Or the previous Genesis. There's my hand. Watch it the very second.